joining of the employee with the organization, and many more such criteria get considered for promoting the existing employees for the higher position within the system. Whereas in external recruitment, as we discussed, an organization look forward for prospective employees outside the organization, where various sources get considered, like word of mouth by employment agencies, either by government or private, by electronic recruiting, by college placement offices, or by advertisement like in newspaper, television, etc. Modes of advertisement get considered for recruiting the employee from the outside the system. Now we see this each recruiting methods in detail. Word of mouth is all about sharing the information regarding the vacant post from one person to another person through reference or through relations, through friends. It get informed to the outside the system and the potential applicant from the outside the system. Whereas in employment agencies, whether it is a government employment exchange or the private employment exchange, or we normally call as a private consultants who are in that business of bringing the applicant to the such organization who are in need of that kind of people. So that recruitment is done by charging the fees, whereas in government normally do not charge anything from the any organization on behalf for forwarding the applications or the forwarding the database of the applicants who are looking for the job from various employers. Whereas in private employment agency, which works as a consulting firms, they do charge for their services from the organizations or those who are looking for the candidates. The third and the most important and very much in use today recruitment method is electronic recruiting, wherein the organizations call the applications online, either by filling up the form online, for example form like Google Doc form, which get filled up online by the applicant through a given link by the organizations who is looking for the prospective employee. So in electronic recruiting, it saves the cost, it saves the time, and ease of access, ease of doing the carrying out the recruitment process makes easy, wherein an applicant do filling up the form online or send the biodata via email. Then the most important and direct approach in the external recruiting method is college placement offices, wherein the representative of the company or the organizations, which normally we call as a HR manager or the HR executive, who approach to the various colleges based on what kind of employee they are looking for, and approach to the placement officer of the college and try to convince them that what kind of employee, prospective employee they are looking for, and they carry out the recruitment process at the college level, where they normally find a fresh candidates or fresh prospective employee, wherein then the next external recruiting method is advertisement. This is very traditional and very much familiar way of carrying out the recruitment externally, wherein various newspapers, magazines, journals, and through television, the advertisement get published and the applications are called from the field, and whatever applications come through hard copy or through television to the company or to the organizations get considered for further development. Now we see the merits and demerits of the recruitment, which we normally known as the advantages and disadvantages. So now we see the advantages and disadvantages of the internal recruitment as well as the external recruitment. Internal recruitment makes the task easy and increase the motivation among the existing employees and sustain the knowledge and culture which inculcated among the existing employees. Whereas the disadvantage is it may foster stagnation to the existing employees. It may cause a ripple effect to the existing employees. Whereas external recruiting, the advantage is to bring new ideas in the system and to avoid the ripple effect in the organization. Whereas disadvantage is which may hurt motivations to the existing employees and which cost a lot to the organization for attracting the applicant from the external field. Now we see the second half of the recruitment and selection process, or we can say recruitment and selection idea is selection. Selection, as we know, to identify the best candidate or candidates for jobs from among the pool of qualified applicants developed during the recruiting process. So as we know, in recruitment we used to do a creation of pool of qualified applicant who are actually interested in the job offering by the organization. Whereas in selection the same process get carried forward based on the education level, based on the experience, the skills the applicant is having and the abilities. So in selection, the basic selection criteria are the education, the experience, the skills and the abilities an applicant possess. So now we see the selection concept in detail. Selection procedure, as we know, start from the recruitment, wherein information is gathered about a pool of qualified applicants, leads to the evaluation of the applicants based on the educational qualifications, the experience, the skills and the abilities of each applicant possess. And after evaluating the qualifications of each applicant, as we discussed, based on various criteria like education, experience, skills, abilities, the decision is made about to offer employment to candidate or applicant or not. Now we see this selection process in detail, wherein how organization do the evaluation of the applicant once they qualified for the particular post which offering by an organization, wherein applications and background checks get considered. If it get verified, validate, then qualified applicant call for the employment test, where the various tests get carried out, like psychomotor test, personality test, mental test, etc. That we'll see in detail in the forthcoming slides. And once they through from various tests and they do perform well, then they call for the interview. And if they perform well in the personal interview, they consider for the selection for the particular post. Once the candidate cleared interview successfully, then the references and recommendations get considered for verifying the authenticity of the applicant and to check the details which mentioned by the applicant in his or her applications about the whatever references he or she quoted and whatever details he or she mentioned in his or her application form. Once the references and recommendations get verified, the candidate call for the physical examinations, wherein it gets checked whether the prospective employee or the applicant is possess any medical illness or is fit for a particular job or not. Once it get verified, once it get validated and checked, then the final selection decision is made and the job is offered to the applicant for joining the job within a due time. Now we see employment application form, where normally organizations ask for various details like name, surname, father's name, mother name, which is then age, gender, nationality, address, existing address, corresponding address, then what kind of job he or she would like to apply, then what kind of experience he or she is having, when he joined the last job, when he joined the first job, and many more such experience get expected by the organizations. Then education, whether the applicant is graduate, postgraduate, or doctoral, or having the higher study. When he or she done the graduation, post-graduation, doctoral, etc., from where they done, what percentage they secured, in which discipline they done, and many more such things asked in the application form. Then other details as we cover, like where the applicant is serving at present, what is the contact details of the existing employer, at what post he or she possesses, what are the authorities, what are the responsibilities or duties he or she is performing, and many more such information is asked in an application form, through which an organization get an exact idea whether the applicant possesses the minimum eligibility or not, and based on that the organization do the scrutiny of the application form and call for the further development. As we covered various tests as a part of recruitment process, under the selection, various tests through which the applicant get tested, like employment test, then personality test, wherein employment test it is measured the characteristics of an individual such as personality, intelligence or aptitude of an individual. Various tests like cognitive ability test, psychomotor ability test get checked or tested by applying such test to the applicant. The purpose of such test is very clear: to measure the personality of an applicant, to measure the intelligence level, and to measure the aptitude and attitude of an applicant towards a particular job, whether he or she likes or dislikes the job, or likes or dislike the particular organizations to work for. So the employment test, as we discussed, get considered by way of cognitive ability test, wherein the mental ability of an applicant get measured, whether the applicant is mentally fit and mentally ready to work for a particular job